Welcome back to Radio Faces. I'm John McClain from the Chronicle, Chron.com, Sports Radio 610. Be sure to check out Ultimate Texans on Chron.com. He's Indy Kalu from Sports Radio 610. This is where we make the call. Let's start with the Thanksgiving game. Miami at Dallas looked like a terrible game for a while. What do you expect?
I expect the Dallas Cowboys to continue winning. They've turned their season around. They're going to continue this victory dance that they're having. DeMarco Murray's going to run all over Miami. I have them winning 28-20.
I think the Cowboys are going to win this game. I'm going to say 30-17. I think they're going to keep the roll going. Carolina has 2 victories. Cam Newton's still playing well, but he's throwing a lot of interceptions. Indianapolis, 2-game lead on the suck for luck pick. Can the Colts win this game?
They can, yes, because they're playing a 2-8 team. But when you talk about Cam Newton, he threw 4 interceptions last week. He's still having an amazing rookie season for a quarterback. Eventually, his great stats, his great play is going to play off, and it's going to play off against a bad team. Carolina will defeat the Indianapolis Colts, and they're going to beat them 21-3.
I'm going 34-10 as they continue to tank to get Andrew Luck. Now, when I watched Tampa Bay play really well at Green Bay, it made me think the Texans may be even better than a lot of people think they are, because the Texans killed them and the Packers barely beat them. They're playing Tennessee. Can the Titans bounce back?
I think the Titans can bounce back. I'm still waiting for CJ to do what he's supposed to do, what got him that big-time contract. Yes, he has that 100-yard game, but he needs to play out of his mind. He still hasn't had that signature game. I think this may be the week that he's going to do it. Titans are going to be victorious, but they're not going to put a lot of points on the board, 17-10.
They got a quarterback controversy, too. Jake Locker had to play for Matt Hasselbeck, who had an elbow problem, not a bad one. Locker came in through his first 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions. He's a great runner, but he was smart. He didn't run. He stayed in the pocket. And so they've got a quarterback controversy, but Mike Munchak said, nope, our quarterback's Matt Hasselbeck. So I'm assuming Hasselbeck's going to be back in this game and play. If the Bucs play at Tennessee the way they played at Green Bay, they can win this one. But I'm going with the Titans, too. I think it's going to be like 19-16. Now, first time the Texans played Jacksonville was at Reliance Stadium. It was 24-14. In this 4-game winning streak, the only time they've won by as little as 10 was this game. What do you expect?
Right now, I'm expecting to see what we saw the first time they played. I think the Texans are going to control this game. They have the #1 defense in the NFL. And even though Matt Schaub isn't controlling the helmet quarterback position, Matt Leinart doesn't have to do too much. Put the ball in the hands of Arian Foster, Ben Tate, throw it to Andre Johnson, and you're going to take care of this game. There's a little bad blood there, so there's going to be some big hits. But when it's all said and done, the better team's going to win. Houston Texans, I have them scoring 28 points. Jacksonville, no offense, 10.
Wow, 28 with Matt Leinart.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think? Okay, do you think this? They got a good defense. They got a good front 7. Do they stack the deck and stop the run, not give them the cutback lane, and then force them to pass and then blitz the heck out of Leinart? What's it like for a quarterback? Because you used to rush him for 12 years. If he hasn't been in the game and all of a sudden you're coming at him from all angles.
You definitely do that. It sounds too simple to say, you know what, put 8 men in the box, blitz the quarterback. That's exactly what you have to do just to see how prepared he is. Even though he's 28 years old, he's been in the NFL, you have to treat him like a rookie. You have to make sure and see if he can handle the complicated looks, the complicated blitz packages. So if I am the defensive coordinator for Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm having my blitzes coming from the safety position, from the cornerback, from the linebacker, and we're putting the heat on Matt Leinart. But yet we know that we have to stop Ben Tate and Arian Foster as well.
The last time the Texans lost, back-to-back Baltimore and Oakland, both those teams refused to let them make that cut. How do you do that? How do you keep them? You just ride them on over to the sideline, or you take them down? How do they keep them from making that one cut and go?
Well, what you do, you play disciplined ball and you stay in your gap. A lot of guys on the defensive line, linebackers, they're aggressive. They want to go straight to the ball carrier. But when you take away that backside cut, you just have to stay in your gap and you have to play disciplined ball. And if your gap is covered, then you know he's not going to run through your gap. But if all guys are just running directly to the ball and he has that cut back, there isn't anybody there.
Is Jacksonville good enough, patient enough to play that kind of front?
They're good enough and patient enough. Their defense is very well. Their offense, the problem is, as well as their defense plays, there's no hope for them. They know if they continue to stop teams, they're not going to put points on the board consistently, so then their play starts to drop. Yes, they can do that on defense, but after third quarter into the fourth quarter, they're just finally going to break down because they feel like there's no hope on their offense.
How do you stop Jones-Drew?
You gang tackle. You don't try to tackle him with one man.